to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica, and today we are doing a Whip Chat. If you're new here and you don't know what WHIP stands for, it stands for Work in Progress. And what normally happens during a Whip Chat is that you can bring out your own whip, or, excuse me, if you want, you could do chores, you could drive around, or you can just sit on the couch and listen to me ramble about what's been going on in my week. With that being said, I hope you guys are doing well today. Um, Things are doing all right here. It's a beautiful sunny day, and this week is the first week for my kids to be home all week. So they've been itching to go outside, and yeah, it's if you hear any noises, anything loud, I do apologize. I did ask them to keep quiet for the most part, but not like, oh my goodness, you guys got to be quiet or else. But more like, guys, keep it down just for a little bit. But they're kids, and plus they're playing Minecraft right now, so we'll see how long that lasts. Because yeah, Minecraft and them sometimes don't go well together. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I finally started working on the middle part of my oraloa kit. Um, uh, Goodness, I already forgot how to pronounce the name, but it's by Vionet. Um, and I have an unboxing on her from a few weeks ago, so if you want to go check it out, you can. But yeah, I finally finished I'm hitting everything. I finally finished the edge pieces because I kind of wanted to work on the leaves earlier. And I finished the edges last night, and I saved this for the morning. I kind of put Morgan away for now. I'm taking this up and down the stairs. So, because, excuse me. Because like I said, the kids are home for the week, so I am keeping them occupied for the most part, and I want to keep working on this, so that way I have at least one finished by the end of October. So I figured I'll just take this up and down the stairs, and it'll be okay. But oh yeah, by the way, I'm ready for Halloween. I got my nails done. I put like little pumpkins on my thumb right here, and I got little bats on my ring fingers. So they're already starting to come off, which kind of sucks. Like the confetti doesn't want to stay on very well. Like it keeps trying to peel off, and I keep putting a top coat on it. So I'm trying to keep it on as long as possible. It's just because my nails really curved right there at the top. So I think next time if I curve the confetti a little bit more, it might stay. So so yeah, things have been doing okay here. If I sound a little off, I did not sleep at all last night. It was really weird. I went to go to bed. It was later time than what I normally have been going to bed, since the kids, are, have no school. So I just like decided to stay up a little bit later, and I went to lay down, and then it's just like I had a burst of energy, and I did not get to sleep until almost 7 o'clock this morning, and 7:30, and then I tried to sleep for about maybe 3 or so hours, and then I'm like, nope, I gotta wake up. So I'm feeling kind of tired, but I'm not like exhausted yet. So if I sound off, I'm sorry about that. Some things to note, like I still have my cough. um, so I'm going to go ahead with my specialist appointment. The only unfortunate thing is that they don't have an opening for me until all the way in December. So I'm on a wait list right now to see if I can get to be seen sooner. And I am so dreading next week when I get my blood taken. Because, I have a family history of diabetes, and high blood pressure and all that fun stuff. And I'm already feeling like my luck has run out. So I'm hoping I'm not in the stages of being diabetic or am diabetic. But you never know. You never know. It skipped my dad. It probably did not skip me. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. I'll find out soon enough. And I'll give you guys the horrible news if that's the case. I mean, like, it's not a death sentence or anything, but it's just like, it just means a lot of changes for me, which, I'm not completely happy about. I remember my grandma um, having her take her insulin every day and testing her blood sugar and like stuff that she wasn't allowed to eat and drink, and it's just like I love my junk food. I love my sodas and stuff like that. I will gladly give up most of the sugar except for creamer. I refuse to give up creamer for my coffee. I know there's zero sugar creamer. I've tasted it in the past. I can't do it. If that means that I just have to put less creamer in my coffee, I will do it, but I will not give up my creamer. That's the only thing. You will pry that away from me. And I'm just like, no. And my husband's like, they might say that. I'm like, well, then I'll just won't drink coffee because I can't drink coffee unless there's creamer in it. I gotta have flavor. um, but yeah, so I know it's a little, I'm a little dramatic on that, but it's how I feel. um, I'm hoping this section will go quicker, only because now that I'm inside, I noticed that there's a lot more color blocking, which might help speed things along, and that kind of gets me excited because it's not that I'm done with this because I'm enjoying this a lot. It was just parts of here like where there was big sections of color blocking, and then it's just like the rest of it was just confetti, and I was just like, I felt like I sped through like half the section like in 30 minutes, and then it took me another hour just because of just all the little bits and pieces. And I was just like, okay, I'm tired. And then it's like, oh no, it's another section. Okay, let's start the new section. And then I started it all over again. Yeah. Oh, and before I keep going on, I wanted to show this off last week and I forgot. But it's from Amazing Crafts. I'll put the link down below. But I got myself, where is it? I could have sworn, okay, I had to find both. So I got myself a little trash cover minder right here. So a little trash drill cover minder. I thought it was so cute. It's beautiful, guys. I don't know if my GoPro will show how gorgeous this is, but it is. I love it. And then I got a different cover minder. So I think that was the Nebula, and then this one was the I don't think it's the Interstellar. I forgot which one it was, but I saw this one and I love it too, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's shooting star. There's greens, there's purples, and I got this a few weeks ago. Like I ordered it a few weeks ago, and I think got it like last week or so. Excuse me. My goodness, I am so sorry. I'm trying not to cough in front of the mic, but yeah, I'll leave a link down below. I think she still has some of them left. Like I think they're like the medium size. I got the small for both the bowl and the cover minder, but I think she still has some large bowls and some medium cover minders. Like she has all sorts of things, but has sold out on a bunch of the stuff. So I mean, if you want, you can go check her out because they're so cool looking. I really wish I was there earlier, especially with the fairy ones. I really wanted the mushroom and fairy cover minder that she had a few months ago, and I'm kicking myself so much for not being able to get that one. Let's see, I've been doing pretty decent. I haven't bought anything since not last Saturday. This Saturday that just passed, didn't buy anything. I held strong. I got my final diamond painting in for a while. I don't know when I'll buy another one. Probably around Black Friday or so. But I'm holding strong, guys. I wanted to get the Oogie Boogie pins from Butterfly Effect Wares, and I said nope, we're not doing this. I was like, but it was so tempting. I wanted to get a lot of pins this week, but I was just like, no, we gotta save our money, especially especially since we got to do a lot of doctor's appointments, and the kids' doctor's appointments are coming up too now. So the twins, oh my goodness, poor them. They are going to be pulled out during Halloween, and they're going to be getting their shots and stuff on Halloween. And I'm like, I know that they're supposed to dress up and stuff at school. There's probably a Halloween party, and they're probably going to be missing part of that, unfortunately, because we just could not find time, like a good time for them to get them out of school. That was the only time. And then of course Nicole's like a few days later after that, because it's just like, I told my husband, I was like, it's probably we probably should start splitting up the doctor's appointments since Nicole's a little bit older. Normally we tried to combine all three of their yearly checkups, but I'm like, Nicole's a little bit older. It's time to start splitting it up. She's, self-conscious. Let's just let her have her own separate doctor's visit, and that way we will be able to be seen sooner. Yeah, it's going to suck to take 2 separate trips, and later on it's going to be 3, but I feel like it's better this way, especially since she's 11, she's almost 12, and I'm pretty sure she has things that she wants to talk to her doctor about, without her siblings around, Excuse me, my goodness. But yeah, so the corticosteroids that they gave me to help with my cough, as you can see, did not help one bit, but they have helped a little bit in other ways. So my joint pain had almost completely disappeared. I was able to move around, especially with my shoulder. It was great to be able to do that. But now that that it's all done, I'm starting to feel like pain in my shoulder again. This morning was like starting to already hurt to lay on it once again, and I was just like, dang it, that was too quick. That was way too quick. I was enjoying, even though it was like still sore, like I was still feeling kind of sore and everything. It was nice to be able to just like move around without it like clicking. Well, it clicked, but not like me like having to push my arm further up or anything like that. But yeah, so it's something I'm gonna have to talk to the doctor about. I'm supposed to talk to her anyway about this next Tuesday, so I'll tell her what happened and like what our plan could be, like what she's gonna look at and whatnot. But yeah, I'm falling apart, guys. Can you tell? See what's been going on. Not a whole lot. Nicole got to have her picture taken this past Friday. They did makeup pictures, so she got to smile for the camera and everything, and I told her that she needed to dress at least somewhat nicely, and she did, thankfully. I am so glad that she did. I think I'm going to... I forgot to switch out the putty on this. Could have sworn I did last night, but I don't remember. So I'm gonna probably switch it out while I talk to you guys. Let's see. So Nicole's costume came in and it was too small, so I'm gonna have to do a return on that one, unfortunately, and get a size or maybe a size or 2 bigger for her. Like, I tried to follow the measurements, but it was a little bit confusing to say the least. But yeah, her costume a little too small, so we gotta fix that. At least her shirt, the white t-shirt that I bought her, fits just fine. And I got her a brand new pair of shoes, because I don't know if I mentioned this. Actually, I didn't. So Thursday she came, or was it Tuesday? I don't remember. I think it was Thursday. Thursday she came home, and she had torn her shoe. It was like, oh my goodness, she's torn the rubber off her shoe. And we've been meaning to get her some running shoes, but it's just like I kind of kept putting it off. But yeah, we had to go and get her some new shoes. So my husband repaired the shoe that she had. But now it's like, okay, don't use this for running. And then her brand new running shoes just came in. I didn't let her have a choice on choosing it. I was just like, right now it's just like I need to make sure she has a pair of shoes. So she didn't get to choose this. Normally I would, but she seems to like the color scheme. It's like let's see, it's pink, blue, and purple, which is she likes blues, she likes purples, but it was just the pink that kind of made me wary that she might not like it as much. So this one's apple cinnamon. So yeah, normally I would have my butterfly effect wears for this one, but I can't find it, so I have to change out and put Randa's in here. So let's see, I'll just fix that. It's probably, I overfilled it a little bit too much, but that's okay. But yeah, and let's see, what else has happened? Oh, so also to try and keep the kids entertained this week, I've bought I bought a Lego set for Jaina, and then for Michael, I broke down and bought the periodic table, because I know we already got him a puzzle, but I bought him a periodic table puzzle this time. And I was kind of hoping that we could be working on this together during the week and everything. And I showed it to them on Friday when it came in. Promised them that, they get to play with it and everything like that. And oh my goodness, these kids. But it was also kind of like as a reward, because we did parent-teacher conferences. And the parent-teacher conferences went out very well. They had a lot to say about Michael and Jaina. They had such a cute stories to tell me about them that I didn't realize what was going on. So apparently they love to give each other hugs right before they go into each other's classrooms, which is so sweet and adorable. And then like Jaina also will go right before the bell, ask Michael's teacher if she can come in and just give Michael one more hug, before they start the day. And every week she says it's always like, she goes, we're twins, right? So it's like, oh, that's so sweet. And it's sweet that the teachers let them do that. I was just like, oh, that just my heart. It's so cute, especially when they it's like, it's good that they get along, because a lot of times they fight and I worry about it, and then they just, I don't know if it's a twin thing or what, but they do bond very well with each other. So I don't know if it's just because they're twins or just because they're the same age because of their twins or what, but they're so sweet with each other. And they've been asking for sleepovers. They've been having sleepovers in each other's room these last 3 days. So right now they're in Jaina's room, and we have the little mattress on the floor for Michael, and then we'll probably be switching it around, but I have to tell them no more soon, because it's just like, they can't have it every single day, although they want to. They really do. They try to get a sleepover every day if they could. Excuse me. But yeah, so in Saturday, I slept in a little bit, and when I woke up, they've already gotten up in the morning, apparently bothered my husband, and they already started working on the puzzle and on the Lego set, and they were good to go. They didn't need me at all, and I was like, hey guys, you want me to, help out? And they're like, no, we got it, it's good. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll be over here if you want me, And they're like, okay. And then they asked if we could do like game night or whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, sure, we can do, board games and stuff. But they never cleared out the table. So we never got to do board game night. So I'm hoping we'll do that today. I'm really hoping that. So cross your fingers for me, guys. Let's see. What else has happened this week? Oh, some good news, I guess. Well, yeah, it is good news. So, I mentioned last Whip and Chat was that my husband and I, our anniversary was last week. It was on the 4th. So, he said he had the day off, and I was worried about the fact that, he wouldn't have been able to get the day off, right? Because people seem to always, bother him. And it was kind of like that goodness, was it I forgot. Was it? It was Wednesday. So yeah, my oldest was able to go back to school on Wednesday. So from being sick, but um, but yeah, I was worried that we wouldn't be able to go out, and it was we were able to. It was we kind of kept going back and forth about where to go. Um, I wanted to try some new food that I've never tried before. Like I wanted to try Indian food, but I was kind of worried about like if I didn't like the taste of it, like while I was in the restaurant, and I'm like, how about we do pickup for that like another day? Because I want to try. I really want to try it, guys. I'm like curious about how it tastes and everything. And I didn't want to be like rude and go, hey, blah, you know, like that. I try my best not to, but I have like some texture issues, so I rather, you know, when I'm trying new food, try it at home, for the most part. Especially since like a lot of times food now turns me off. Between my meat aversion, so like I have a thing between like ground beef. It flips back and forth. Sometimes I can eat ground beef, sometimes I can't. Same thing with ribs. So it's just like it's like if it depends on the day, and like if I smell something and it's like nope, I can't eat it. Nope, no, never mind. So usually it's like weird like that, and most times I can eat chicken. But I can't eat fish anymore because I break out in hives and I get the worst cramps in the world. Like it feels like my chest is on and everything. So I'm like I'm assuming it's an allergy or it's an intolerance. Have to talk to the doctor about that sometime in the future. At least I can eat seafood. But you know, that stuff gets expensive. So usually I just settle on good old chicken. um but yeah, so it's just like I was like, okay, well, we'll try Indian food another time. And I'm like, I don't want to go with pasta. We always do pasta. Like I always pick pasta every single time, no matter what the restaurant was. And I had the idea, like I'm like, okay, because he was kind of more like, you're gonna pick, and I'm like, okay, I'll pick, you know, because it's always like, you pick, no, you pick. Does that happen to you guys? You guys always do that? So so sorry. So we had a late start though, unfortunately, because of work, of him having to do a couple of things at work. So we didn't leave until closer to like 11 or so. And so we had to kind of scratch off a couple of places that we wanted to go because it would have been too far to go there and come back home on time to pick up the kiddos. So, um, so we finally just settled on this one restaurant that was by the river, and we got sat down to, and my husband picked to sit outside. He's like, no, we gotta have a view. I'm like, okay, um, and I would have. It was wonderful. I love the place. I would love to go back. We were it's just It was just unfortunate that we were sat with someone right behind us, um who would not shut up. And there's nothing wrong with someone, you know, who's enjoying and having a conversation. It was definitely a blind date kind of situation. It was an older man, and we were just getting his life story with him and this lady. Like he was just, you know, he was very opinionated, he was very loud. So it was kind of hard to enjoy ourselves. We had good entertainment chuckling at some of the stuff he was saying, but it was just like we couldn't really, it wasn't really as romantic, I guess, as you would hope for. Because it was just like he was just like going on and on, and I was unfortunately sat down like where I was sitting. I had a good view of the guy. So my husband, his back's on the guy, so he doesn't get to see what the guy is looks like or anything like that. And guys, he was he chewed with his mouth open, and he was talking while with his mouth full of food, and I was just like, I felt so disgusted. I was just like, oh god, I feel sick looking at this. So it's like every time I look up, I have to make sure my vision was like, my eyesight was going to a different side, so that way I wasn't staring at him because it's like that would be like the first thing I see, like him just chewing, and I was just like, please, please cover your mouth. I don't need that. Ew. I try not to be judgy and everything like that, but it's just like we're at a nice place. I mean, like we don't have to dress nicely at here, luckily, but it's like at least have some manners and cover your mouth if you're going to be chewing with your mouth wide open like that. I don't want to see food chewed up like that, guys. But overall, the rest of the restaurant was very enjoyable. I got myself a non-alcoholic drink. It was like called the like I forgot what it was, but it was like sweet and sour at the same time. It was so good and it had honey in it. And I kept offering it to my husband, like, don't you want to try it? And he's like, nope, nope, nope. You say it's sweet. I don't want to taste it. I'm like, okay. And then we got, I don't know if it was just because of how we were dressed or like how they did things, but the guy who took our order, the waiter who took our order, he took a while getting to us, like a couple times, like, so I guess he assumed that we were only just sharing a dish and that was it, because like we started with like an appetizer share type dish. It was kind of thing, split between us. And when he came back, we were done, obviously, because it wasn't a lot to split between us. It was like a it was like black and blue. It was called black and blue on bruschetta. And it was like had some really tasty, like red peppers, and it was like had a nice sauce on it. And he came back and he was all like, he was like, "Are you all done?" And we're like, "Yeah, but we would really like to order, our main dish." And he's like, "Oh, would you like to order more?" And we're like, "Yes, please." It's like, it was like really weird because it's just like, yeah, just we weren't like just like, oh, we're just having this and then we're gonna go. So we both ordered, like, my husband, it was so funny because I was looking at the dishes and I almost went with pasta again. I almost went with pasta. I was like, okay, and I'm like, nope, 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 nope. We're not going with pasta. We're not choosing a pasta dish. We're going to do something different. And I chose shrimp and grits, guys. Oh my goodness. So I'm not a big shrimp and grits fan, okay? I've never been like, if I eat grits, they're usually on the sweet side. I will douse them in maple syrup or jams, or I know, sacrilegious. But I would always go with a sweet grits. And this time it was just like, I don't know, I felt like I had to go something different, and I went with shrimp and grits. And I thought my husband was going to go with something different, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to do the same exact thing. But oh my god, guys, these shrimp and grits were so good. It was so creamy. Oh my gosh, I was like, it was covered in like this, it had a little bit of a kick. It had this I think it's like red pepper sauce on it, because I'm a sucker for red peppers. And it had like ham, and it had like they didn't have a lot of shrimp in it, but it was just like, it was the creamiest grits I have ever tasted in my life. And my husband's going to try to replicate those grits today. He said he was going to make some for lunch, and it's already getting past lunch, so I don't think he's going to be able to do that today. Because I've already told him that I'm going to be using the shrimp to make pasta. I'm going to do sun-dried tomato pasta today, because I need some pasta, man. It's not a week unless I have something carb related, and I love my pasta. But I've been trying to get away from always eating spaghetti and stuff like that, because I do love other pastas as well. It's just that just trying to get the kids to eat something different sometimes is always it's always hard. But if I do this shrimp pasta that I make, they'll eat it. They'll definitely eat it. So that's always a good for me. So, but we couldn't really get dessert. because we were starting to run out of time, and we were starting to cut it close. And I asked my husband, since we didn't have coffee that morning, we slept in late after we dropped the kids off. We kind of decided, you know what would be the best thing in the world? Let's take a nap. And then, like, after we took our nap, he had work. They were like, oh my gosh, there's an emergency. And then it was like, okay, well, now we're late. But that nap was just wonderful, guys. I love having a nap. I want more naps in my life. um, but yeah, so I'm like, well, we didn't have coffee. So is there a chance we could get some coffee on the way to pick up the kids? And he goes, yeah, I think we can swing that. And Dunkin' Donuts let me down, guys. They let me down so hard. I wanted to get some pumpkin muffins because it's like that's all I've been thinking about since my husband got them last, like almost 2 months ago, like, cause he got them back in August, and he promised that we would be getting them again, and I'm like, okay, I'm just so excited. And the person goes, we're out of we only have one pumpkin muffin, and we only have, like, it was like 2 other muffins, and that was it. We ordered 5 muffins, so we had to do a substitute on the other 2. We had to just snag the last 2 muffins that, it was like blueberry and a blueberry streusel, and 1 pumpkin muffin, and then it was just like donuts. I was so sad. My husband was sweet and let me have the pumpkin muffin, but it was just like, but I was wanting more. I was so excited, and I was just like, man. But I got my coffee. I was like, we need coffee. But we did surprise the kids with donuts. We did get some donuts for them, and as a little treat, they could if they did their homework, because it was, like I said, it was a Wednesday. So we said, if you did your homework and everything, you can have a donut as a little treat. So it was kind of a little special treat for them. And they enjoyed it. They were all like, donuts! Especially since we gotten sprinkled ones. Like, we had a chocolate sprinkle one, a strawberry, or like a pink one, and then a white one. So it's just like, they were excited. And then, Nicole, of course, like, when she came home from running, was just like, oh my goodness, there's donuts. But she had to wait, because hers was actually, when she came home, it was closer to dinner time. So I'm like, nope, you're gonna ruin your appetite. You can have that after dinner. So it was like, dang it. Let's see, what else has happened. I got a very sweet surprise from the hubby too. Like, I thought we weren't going to do anything except get ourselves some new rings. We're still waiting for those to show up, but I'm allergic to flowers. I'm allergic to the pollen and stuff, so normally we can't get flowers. He does it very rarely for me, and but lately, because the kids are having allergies as well, we haven't done flowers in a long time, because everyone's sinuses gets irritated. But he was so sweet. Like, when we got home after we picked up Michael and Jaina, there was a package on the front door, and he got me some roses. Like, and it wasn't just like any roses. It was like the rainbow roses. I was just like, oh my gosh, I've never gotten rainbow roses before, and that was so sweet of him. I was like, I'll see if I can put a picture up here. I don't know if I still have the picture. I hope I do. But I'll see if I can put a picture up here for you guys. But they were so beautiful, guys. They're already starting to get a little droopy. I just replaced the water yesterday, so I'm trying to keep them alive as much as I can. But yeah, I was like, I love him so much. It's so pretty, and it was so sweet of him. It's not irritating my nose as much as I thought it would be, which is a good thing. It's just that he knows that roses. I'm not like all like, you need to get me roses and stuff. Like, my favorite flowers are like lilies and orchids, but those are always so horrible on my sinuses. Like, I have the worst headaches and stuff whenever we get them, so he has to get those very rare in between for me. But it's been a while since I've gotten any flowers, and it's just so sweet of him. It kind of reminds me like when we were still dating, and when I was working at Pizza Hut, and like this was like when I knew he was the one for me. So like I talked about such like when we were on the phone, I talked about such silly stuff. Like I talked about everything, and with him, and he listened to like every word that I said. And at the time, like I mentioned to him that I've never gotten flowers before from my exes. Like the only time I gotten flowers was like when I was a Christmas formal, and that was because his mom bought the flowers and told him that he has to put it on my wrist, and that was pretty much it. And he didn't get me any flowers after that. So, and I mentioned that to him, like yeah, no one really got me flowers, ever. It's but I was like, it's okay, it's not a big deal. And so it's like a few weeks later, he's back in town because he was a truck driver at the time. He's back in town, and he comes to visit me while I'm working at the Pizza Hut, and um, like he comes out, he's all dressed up for at Pizza Hut. I'm in my waitress outfit, okay? He's dressed up. He's wearing, well, not like dressed up, but he's like wearing nice jeans. He got a button down t-shirt, even a tie, if I remember correctly. And he listened to like when I said my favorite candy was Lifesavers at the time. I can't have them anymore because it's bad for my teeth. But he bought me like a huge bag of Lifesavers just for me, um, and also some really beautiful flowers. And it was just like it wasn't the flowers that did it. It helped, but it was just like the fact that he listened and heard what I said, and was just like, oh my gosh. Apparently he already figured that I was it for him on our first date. Like I was like, okay. At our first date, I was still going like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I just can't stop talking. Why won't I shut up? But apparently I was it at that point. So, but yeah, it was like just a few months after, like when he brought those Lifesavers and those flowers, and it was just like it was the sweetest gesture ever. I'm easy, guys. Excuse me. You give me flowers, you give me my favorite candy. I'm like, yes, you are awesome. You're wonderful. But no, it's just like the fact that he did that, and he still does sweet things like that. Every now and then. It was like, and I feel so guilty because it's like sometimes I feel it's like, well, I'm not doing anything for you, and he goes, you already are, you're doing all this. I'm like, well, I could do something else for you too. But yeah, we had a really nice anniversary. We got to we that night we set up the table into the living room so he could play Earthbound. And I diamond painted next to him. We were just chit chatting and everything, so it was really nice to be able to do that. I can't wait till we get a new couch. Especially after this weekend's disaster. But I can't wait for us to get a new couch so that way we could just sit on the couch again and just be, because the couch is like completely destroyed. We had, 3 kids, right? And it's sunk down like it's not comfortable anymore. The kids have, there's holes in it. I've tried to repair it multiple times. Like I've sewn up every single hole, but now it's gotten to the point where it's just like I gave up. Like this weekend, my son was being like destructive for some reason, and I was just like, what the heck are you doing? And he was like, I'm just being silly. I'm like, no, because what happened was like he was like punching the couch cushion, acting like it was a bad guy. They were playing pretend, and he was like, I'm beating up the bad guys, like that. And it ripped a long hole, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Because like I've repaired like similar holes. It's just like I can't just keep repairing this, this over and over, like in different areas. It's just I just can't. So it's just like, oh man, like I'm waiting till like most of this is over, but it's just like if we get a new couch, they're not allowed to sit on that couch. I know they are like 11 and 8 years old, but they are not allowed to sit on my couch. No, oh nope. Um, but yeah, this weekend went by way too quickly though. And I'm hoping that this week will not be slow, and I hope that the kids won't be fighting too much. Um, to kind of bring back the whole twin thingamajig, um, last night, yes, it was last night, Michael and Jaina were actually arguing with each other. They were fighting, and I'm like, you guys really want to have a sleepover now that you're, been bickering so much? And then Jaina pipes up and goes, of course I do. He's my brother. Even though we fight, I still love him. And then Michael's like, yeah, we're twins. We're family. I still love my sister. I was like, oh, it's like, what to say to make me melt. And it was just like, but then, but they stopped fighting. But oh my goodness, these last 2 days, because there's no school and everything, they've been trying to push the boundaries of staying up late. And I hear them talking for till 10 o'clock, and then it's like I have to go. It's 10 o'clock, guys. You should have been asleep an hour ago. And then they quiet down, and then I hear them talking again, and I'm like, you should have been asleep already. Don't make me split you up. And then the threat of splitting them up makes them go to bed. I think one day Jaina actually decided to get out of her bed and then lay like sideways on the mattress that was on the floor next to Michael, which was so funny. But I was just like, goodness gracious, you guys. But they have been driving me a little bit crazy with they want to stay in pajamas all the time, which is not a bad thing. It's just that Jaina wants to stay in the same pajamas. Like, she'll take her shower and then she puts the pajamas on that she was wearing all day. I'm like, no, that's disgusting. Ew, no, new pajamas, kid, new, not the same old. And then she's like, but they're comfy. But yeah, but I think I'm going to head it off. I know it's a little bit earlier, and it's not a full hour, but yeah, I figure I'm probably pushing it with the kids right now, and I need to get lunch started if my husband wasn't able to do that because he's working. I'm not gonna be like, you gotta do this while I'm doing my Whip and Chat. So yeah, I'm gonna check up on them. I'm gonna make sure that things are okay, and maybe I'll take them outside a little bit to get some of that excess energy out. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!